Good day. This is meteorologist Charlie Bricken from the Fleetweather Ocean Routing Center in New York. It is an unsettled day in New York as we approach 1500 GMT time on September 11th. This is the Pacific Tropical Update. The Pacific Ocean Basin is also quite unsettled, you could say. We are monitoring multiple tropical systems across the ocean basin, so let's dive a little bit deeper. First, it's best to highlight the strongest, most imminent threat. That is our Typhoon 14W, labeled Moifa on satellite. This system is moving north at 4 knots. We can see JTWC is also monitoring this system. As we look at their latest graphic, we can see the system is expected to move off to the north and then northwest while slowly weakening. This system approaches the CJK area near the 15th AM. We can see that there's some large waves generated with this system. As the system moves off to the north, there's very rough to high seas associated with the system, and those high seas are expected to approach the Chinese coast and CJK area near the 15th AM. Just want to highlight a little bit of uncertainty with this system. Here is the European ensemble members' expected low-level circulation center for that system, Typhoon 14W. This is their expected locations on the 14th of September at 12Z. We have all these red dots saying where the system could be located. Some members have the system past CJK, some have the system more to the west over land, and some keep it over water. You can see there's quite a bit of spread amongst the models, around 350 to 400 miles. So there's a large uncertainty in that forecast speed and intensity. Now, if we look at the GFS ensemble members with this system very quickly, we can see similarly, there's also large spread and uncertainty with this system and its forward movement speed. The GFS has some members expecting the system move very slowly to the north, and they still have the system in the East China Sea on the 14th at 12Z, while other members have the system past CJK at that same time. Now, if we look at our next system, our Tropical Storm 15W, we can see this system is expected to move off to the northeast and then more of a north-northeast track. Gradual, steady strengthening is expected next few days before extratropical transition. As systems transition, they allow their wind fields to expand, and that can become problematic for trans-Pacific routes. Quickly looking at what that looks like in our in-house system, we can see a large wind field associated with this system on the 15th of September at 0Z, where we have gales expanding from the system several hundred miles in the western quadrant and the southern and eastern quadrant. Lastly, we're going to just quickly highlight our INVEST area 92W. This system is expected to move slowly to the west, and slow consolidation of this system is expected. And then eventually the system will jog a little bit more to the northwest. And in a few days' time, we could be looking at our next tropical storm and potentially another typhoon on our hands. So we'll have to continue to closely monitor this one. The last tropics system is in the eastern Pacific. That is an area just south of Mexico and is a longer range threat. There's 0% chance of development in the next 48 hours and a 40% chance in the longer range out through 5 days. This system is expected to develop perhaps midweek next week near Wednesday, and then move to the west-northwest. We have multiple days to continue to monitor this system. This is Charlie Bergen with the Fleetweather Ocean Routing Center, reminding you to stay connected and safe.